it is safe to say that I am an anxious, jittery mess this morning because today is keys day. We are literally going to pick up the keys to our new house today, and I am just feeling so nervous. I'm excited, I'm anxious. I just feel all the emotions right now. I'm not gonna lie to you, Alex and I have literally been dancing around the kitchen this morning singing happy house keys day, happy house keys day, because we are just so excited to get into the new house today. But it does mean that all of the anxious energy is manifesting and bubbling up, because here in the UK we do need to like wait for the completion before we can go and get the keys. So I'm basically just going to be like watching my phone. I'm going to be like this. Have they happened yet? Has it happened yet? Has it happened yet? Before we can go over to the new house to collect the keys. I feel like buying a house here in the UK, I don't know how it works elsewhere in the world. I know even like Scotland is quite different from like England, but here in England, let's distract myself. Let's have a little bit of a chat actually about the house buying process, because I've spoken a little bit about it on TikTok. I'm doing a lot of house content on TikTok actually, so definitely go over there and give me a follow. It might also be a good idea to give me a follow there, because I should probably let you know I'm going to be changing my schedule a little bit. I know there's a lot of new faces that have found me from these moving vlogs, so if you're new around here, it will not affect you at all, because you would have had no idea what my previous schedule was. But for the OGs, I'm going to apologise in advance, because we are going to be going down to 2 videos a week. I'm going to be doing Mondays and Thursdays. I think are going to be the best days, because I just want to give myself a little bit of a break over the weekend. And obviously with the new house move, there's going to be a lot happening. There's going to be a lot going on. I'm going to be rather busy. So at least for the time being, we're going to be switching to Mondays and Thursdays with my upload. So if you haven't hit that subscribe button already, I know a lot of you guys watch these videos and you don't actually have hit the subscribe button. You haven't actually hit the subscribe button, or you're maybe not logged in when you watch them. I'd really appreciate it if you're like on the telly or things like that. Log yourself in, hit the subscribe button, and then it just means that you know when the videos have gone live. You can like check through your subscription box, or you can even turn on push notifications if you want to. I do upload a few shorts in between the videos as well, but Mondays and Thursdays at 5 p.m. Is it British Standard Time at the moment, or GMT? I think it's Greenwich Mean Time at the moment, because we're not in the summer time scale. Anyway, I'm going on the biggest tangent, because can you tell the energy right now? I feel like, you know that episode of Friends where Phoebe's like cleaning Ross's aura? I need Phoebe to clean my aura right now, because I am so anxious but so excited. So yes, video changing, house buying. Let's talk about house buying. So yeah, here in the UK it's like a bit of a lengthy process. We've actually, I think, been quite lucky because we don't have a chain. So chain in the UK is where basically everyone's buying and selling their house. So as soon as you buy a house, you will be part of a chain. So whoever is taking your house, you need to kind of like line your schedule up with them, and then whoever's house you're buying, you need to line your schedule up with them. We are not part of a chain, so we've been really, really lucky in this process. We actually first viewed the house October of 2023. We put the offer in November of 2023 and had the offer accepted about mid-November, maybe like the 10th or 12th or something like that. So in terms of like time scales, it's actually not been too lengthy, and it's not been too stressful. And a lot of people I've like told the time scale to has been like, how has it been that quick? I do not feel like it's been quick. I was really hoping to get in January. I was like saying to Alex, do we think January is possible? Do we think we can manifest that? He was like, I think you're crazy. So February is good enough, and I feel like end of Feb is actually really, really nice, because as I've mentioned before, we're about to be coming into spring, going into March. It's like new season, new month, new house, new life. So I'm really, really excited about when we are actually like moving in. And we ended up having to kind of negotiate a bit of a shorter notice period with our landlord. The house we've lived in up until this point, as I said, has just been so lovely, with the loveliest landlord in the world, who actually let us have a shorter notice period, because we were anticipating them, because we hadn't heard anything and it was going on and on. We thought we weren't going to be moving till March. We then kind of got told by seller solicitors, oh, by the way, they want to be out within 2 weeks. And we were like, sorry, what? Hang on, what? We didn't even know if they wanted to be out by March, and now you're telling me they want to be out in 2 weeks. So we had to come to like a bit of a negotiation, and then when it comes to like the final process, I kept getting so confused between the exchange and the completion. I kept getting them muddled up. But we have now exchanged, which means that we legally own the house, and today is completion, which means we legally get the keys, which is kind of my understanding of it. I feel like I'm not explaining it very well. Anyone that's bought a house before will be rolling your eyes at me thinking, yeah, you can tell you are a first-time buyer, Ellie, because you have not explained it in a very good way. But basically we need to wait until the previous owners and the previous sellers have kind of like completely moved out of the house, handed the keys over to the estate agent, and then we get to go drive over and pick them up and say hello to our new house. So as I said, we have given ourselves like a little bit of time just to get the house painted, recarpeted, and kind of deep cleaned, because everyone kept saying to us, because you're not in a chain, you'll never get this opportunity again. So take it, like literally take it by the horns and appreciate it, to be able to move into a new house. It's like already been made to be yours, like you've already put a little bit of your own stamp on, and then as soon as you move the furniture in and like get all of that in, then you know it would just feel so much more like your home. Because as I said, I'm such a, I was gonna say a creature of anxiety, but I don't know if that's the right term. I'm such a homebody and my surroundings matter to me so much. That's why my home is often very, very tidy. I get a lot of questions actually on YouTube and on Instagram being like, so what does your home usually look like? Like, do you have to tidy for these videos? Do you have to tidy for these photos? And the answer is no. A lot of the time I feel like, especially my photos, you can see wires hanging out. You can see that a pillow's maybe not been fluffed up perfectly, because I actually spend so much time during the day organising, sorting, tidying, because it's so important to me. It upsets me so much when the house goes into disarray, and you can always tell when I've been really busy, because that's when the house starts getting really like cluttered and starts getting really unorganised, and I absolutely hate it as soon as it starts kind of looking a little bit messy. So having all these boxes for like the last week has been testing. And as you can see, I haven't fully packed yet. We still have a little bit of time, even like from getting the keys to pack up the kind of last bits in the house. So there's been a few things I've been leaving, like my shelves behind me. I'm like, my shelves are my pride and joy. I'm leaving them for as long as possible. But obviously, as you can see, we have thousands of boxes surrounding us at the moment. So yeah, I feel like I've rambled on long enough. Now I just need to sit and anxiously wait until we have been given the green card to go pick up the keys. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. Well, I'm just sitting in the car waiting for Alex, because we have just had confirmation of key release, which means completion has taken place. The house is officially ours, and we can go and pick up the keys. The sun has literally come out just in time for us as well, which is, if that's not like an omen, then I don't know what is. But we are gonna drive over and pick up the keys to our new home. I literally could not be more excited to drive over right now. I have just been anxiously waiting all morning. I've called the estate agents like 3 times, like, can we have the keys yet? Can we have the keys yet? They're like, in a minute. We're waiting for key release, so we've officially had the confirmation and we are driving over now. We're en route to the new house. How excited are you right now?
So excited.
On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm like a solid 100.
I'm excited, but there's also a lot of new DIY jobs coming, moving into this house. So
I have been sending Alex non-stop like Instagram reels and like photos being like, do you reckon you could do that? Do you reckon you could do that? Because Alex is really good at DIY, but we're en route to pick up the keys. Oh my gosh.
I feel like my superpower is being naive enough to think that I can do these DIY jobs as competent as say an expert.
Like, yeah, I can do that, that's fine. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited though. We've obviously got a little bit of work to do before we actually move in, but I'm really hoping the transformation is just gonna be huge, and I cannot wait to see the house completely empty, because obviously each time we've gone over to see it, it's had like the old sellers like bits and pieces in there, so I cannot wait to see like the blank canvas that we're gonna be working with. I think it'll be really nice to see it like completely empty. So yeah, en route. We'll see you at the house. Oh my gosh, we're in. We are in. I've got the keys. I've taken the obligatory key selfie just before unlocking the door, and we are in the new house. It's obviously sounding very echoey right now because there is absolutely nothing in here. It's completely empty, and I cannot wait to show you around. As I said, I want to give you a little bit of a sneaky peek. I don't want to show you too much. You can see behind me, this is literally my favorite view. Alex just come in from outside. How happy are you to be in the new house?
So excited.
I know. So excited. Before I give you a sneaky peek though, look how sweet this is. We had this waiting for us as we walked through the door. This is from the old sellers of the house, a lovely bottle of Prosecco, a little cute card for our new home. And then this, I think, is just the sweetest thing in the entire world. Their little key change, which say on it, our first home. How adorable is that? It's even got like a little house charm on it. That is just the cutest thing I think I've ever seen. We're gonna have to send them a message to say thank you, because I just think that is so lovely. And what a beautiful surprise to walk in just to like welcome us into the new house. Well, I think this is probably the biggest sneaky peeky I could give you of our new home. This is the space that just made me fall in love with this house. I was given very strict instructions from Alex that I play it cool at all of the house viewings that we do. And this viewing, I could not play it cool. The second we stepped foot into this house, all of the quirky features, all of the like imperfections and the like old vibes of it, I just absolutely fell in love. But I audibly gasped when I walked into this kitchen. As you know, the kitchen we've got in our old house is beautiful. It was so beautifully done. It was like very different to this. It's very modern, open plan living. It's got the kitchen island. But as soon as I walked into this, I was like, yes, this is our new home. I just loved the view from the kitchen sink, from the kitchen window. I love the sink as well. I don't think it's a Belfast sink, but it is the most beautiful sink in the world. And I love the old tap that you've got there. And then of course, the vintage range cooker. I just fell in love with. I've never seen anything like this. We're being given the most beautiful ray of sunshine as I'm showing you this. Honestly, if that's not an omen, then I don't know what is. But the range cooker, we have no idea how old this is. It's at least 30 years old. It could potentially be older than that, might be like 40, 50. And as you can see, it's just the most country farmhouse thing I've ever laid my eyes on. I cannot wait to get learning how to use this. We're going to be doing cooking, we're going to be doing baking. I'm going to have to learn how to actually use one, because I've never, nobody in my family, nobody that I know has ever owned anything like this. And this view is just my favorite view in the entire world. I cannot wait to spend Sunday mornings here having coffees, eating croissants, Saturday afternoons baking. This is just going to be where we live, basically, and it's probably the biggest, sneakiest, peekiest view I could give you of the new house. I literally cannot wait to get moved in. I don't want to go home now. I just want to start living here and setting up our new lives. But our new country farmhouse kitchen, I just absolutely adore it. I also just fell in love with the floorboards in the house as well. They're just so like mottled. You can see where they've been like bashed about and hit. They are so uneven as well. Like you can see where they're like dipping. You can see where they're kind of like coming apart a little bit, but like in the best way possible. I love this about older properties and older features, and I just cannot wait for this to be our entrance hall that we walk into every day. I'm going to give you one more little sneaky peek of the new house, because I feel like we have been on this journey together. I also feel like I'm a lot more out of breath than I should be just from running up the stairs, but we have been on this journey together, from all of the filming spaces that I've had, all of the places that I have lived, and I cannot wait to continue on this journey and create the perfect filming setup in my new dressing room. Oh my goodness me, I feel like it's so hard for you to like see a room when it's completely empty. When I was literally going back and watching the old house tour from the house that we've been living in for the last 2 years, I was looking at the rooms like, this looks like such a rubbish tour. Like you can barely see anything with an empty room because the camera just doesn't quite pick it up. But this room, oh my goodness me, as you can see, it has the most beautiful bay windows behind me with the most stunning fitted shutters. I have always dreamed of having fitted shutters, and I just absolutely adore this. So it's got the most beautiful natural light. Like it's not actually, the sun's gone in and it's actually quite grey and cloudy now. We have been in the house for so long now, the sun has literally disappeared, but it's not the brightest day, and yet this room is still so bright, which is what I absolutely love about it. It's so quirky. Like it's got a like a chimney breast from where the fireplace is downstairs, which that will be for another vlog, for another day for you guys to see. But it's got like such quirky features, like things sticking out. The shape of the room is so unique, which I absolutely love. I'm gonna have so much fun with regards to building wardrobes, building a filming space. And as I said, the floor is gonna be going, the carpet is gonna be ripped up, and we are recarpeting the whole of the upstairs. And then this room, I'm getting LVT, I always get it wrong, luxury vinyl flooring, vinyl, not real wood, but looks like real wood, and is really practical with regards to like putting on wardrobes. It's got a lot better acoustics and it's gonna look beautiful. So thank you guys for helping me. I didn't actually go for the herringbone in the end. I've gone for like the straight slatted woods because I do find that sometimes herringbone can be a bit much for your eyes, especially, oh, the sun's back out again. Oh, that's nice. Herringbone can be a little bit much sometimes on like the eyeballs when you're filming, and obviously I don't want it to like detract from the outfits or detract from the filming, and I want the wardrobes to be the main feature in this room. So my filming space, I literally cannot wait. Look at the sunshine shining through. Oh, it just makes me so happy. So I think that's the last little sneaky peek I'll give you of the new house, because you're going to be seeing it a lot in all of the upcoming videos. But it is so exciting to have finally gotten the keys to come around and see it. And I'm not going to lie to you, I literally don't want to go home now. I just want to stay here forever. So we're currently sitting in what is going to be Alex's office, which when I say it's Alex's office, I feel like it always ends up being like both of our offices, because I always end up just sitting in here with you. This is gonna be your room. It
is. Did you tell them what paint colour we're going with the whole house?
No, I didn't actually. We are, what's the colour called?
Your job is to remember the name of the paint.
Hessian.
My job is the carpet.
Do you remember the name of the carpet?
I do. Aristocat. Because it was like Aristocrat number 3 Gazelle. Gazelle number 3.
Gazelle number 3 for the carpets.
Gazelle number 3.
And natural Hessian on the walls, but we're doing like white for the skirting and all of like the doors and things like that, and then natural Hessian, which is like a really nice like beigey kind of neutral colour, which we're just going to do on the whole house, and then after like 6, 8, 10 months we can kind of decide where the light hits, like what our vibe's feeling like.
It's just keeping it simple whilst we just get in to give it a bit of a fresh look. And then once we've lived here and got a better understanding of what we want, we can then start playing around with. Because
you want like really, we're going to do like really masculine in this room, which I can't wait. It's got really good light in this room as well, actually. I feel like the whole house just has really good light. What's your favourite thing about the new house? I mean, you know mine, it's obviously the range cooker, but what's yours? The fireplace?
I do like, you can't steal, I've been saying the range cooker has been one of my favourites. You can't steal that.
I feel like that kitchen, oh, look at the sun that's coming through, it's literally shining directly on me right now. I feel like that kitchen we both just fell in love with as soon as we saw it.
It's a bit of a struggle to narrow it down, to be honest, to one particular thing.
Yeah.
I mean, the attic space is a nice little bonus for storage.
Which is really nice if we wanted to extend up as well. Yeah. Sue's been out and has just done a loft extension, so I'm taking all the inspo from her.
And also I think just to have like my own space as well, I think is a nice plus, because although I have that like office setup, it's kind of like a not really an office room, whereas to have like an office room in here and also additional space to set up like a proper bed for when we have people around is nice, rather than having them break their backs on the pull-out sofa bed and wake up in the middle of the night folded in half by the thing popping up.
Literally, but yeah, I'm just looking around like I cannot wait. I can't wait to see the transformation as well, because as soon as you see things empty, I feel like they look a little bit grubbier and grimier than they did before when you saw them all like, you know, with all the furniture in and all like furnished.
Odd like nicks and knacks, and it, you know, it's just being a bit tired from like the previous owners living here over the years.
You have just been the loveliest though. Like I feel so grateful that the sellers were just the sweetest people. Gave it like a good clean as well before we've moved in. So I feel like in terms of what we need to do, it's very cosmetic, very minimal. Within a few days we'll be moved in. And
then the real DIY work starts.
I start asking for my panelling and I start asking for the wallpaper and but yeah, it's so nice to see the new house today.
Yeah.
I feel like every time I come and sit down here to update you guys, this room is just getting messier and messier by the minute. I'm also outfit repeating like nobody's business at the moment. I'm the epitome of Lizzie McGuire outfit repeater at the moment, because if you watched my last video you would have seen my wardrobe is completely packed up and boxed away. I literally left myself like 3 outfits and I'm just going to be wearing on rotation until we move into the new house and I get a chance to unpack them there. So apologies for the fact that I am literally showing up in the same outfits in every single one of these moving vlogs. I also feel like I've never worn my glasses so much in videos before. Normally I'm a contacts girly, but again, the contacts have gone away. Boxes are just coming out of every orifice at the moment. I cannot move for boxes, as you can see behind me, but it is the next day now, and yesterday was just the most fun day, full of anxiety but also excitement to see the new house. It was so lovely to pick up the keys to our new home, give you a little sneaky peeky. I cannot wait to give you like a full tour of the house, show you what we're going to be doing in every single room, because plan of action today, I need to head back over to the house and let the decorators in, because as I said, we are having a few things updated, we are having a few things changed, like this wallpaper that we're not really keen on, we're having that ripped off the walls, we're just having it painted in natural hessian, and pretty much just having that in every single room, just to give ourselves a blank canvas to work with, and then also redoing the carpets and the floors, because upstairs they really did need a bit of an update and just a bit of a refresh. Everyone keeps telling us we're never going to get this opportunity again, so we are grabbing it by the horn. So I'm not going to lie, I'm really happy that I get to go over to the new house today and just see it again, just be like, hi house, how are you doing? So plan of action for this morning, going over to the new house, letting in the decorators, then coming home and coming back to this house. This isn't going to be home anymore. Oh my god, that's actually quite a sudden realization. That sounds really silly to have only just made, but this isn't home anymore. Oh, I promised myself I wasn't going to get emotional in this vlog, because I feel like I've been getting emotional in every single video, but that actually makes me really, really emotional that I'm not going to say I'm coming home anymore. I'm just coming back to this house because the new house is home. Okay, Ellie, compose yourself, compose yourself. Oh, honestly, I didn't think I was going to cry in every single one of these moving vlogs, but this is just the reality of life, and when you are a sensitive soul like me, the reality of moving. So once I come back to this house, I need to pretty much finish up the majority of the packing. You'll have seen that I've been really putting off this office. I love my office. It is my safe space, especially when it comes to filming, and I've been really putting off putting things away, but it is time. We'll be moving in within a matter of days, so I need to get it as prepared and as ready as possible so we can continue packing, we can continue boxing up. I'm not gonna lie, I'm literally tripping over boxes at the moment, so I cannot wait until we get into the new house and we get to unbox everything and just unpack into the new house, start living there and really just making it our new home. So I need to get going, head over to the new house and let the decorators in. Back home now after letting the decorators in, and I'm so excited to see the transformation that is going to happen in the new house. I feel like just a fresh lick of paint makes all the difference, and being able to get professionals to do it is amazing. I don't know if you remember, I painted this wall behind me when we first moved in, and even just that one wall was such a huge job, so we knew we were not going to have the capacity to do it ourselves. So it's so lovely to have professionals in there who are able to do the decorating for us. But back home now, and it is time. It is officially time to pack up this room and move out of my office, get ready for the big move. As you can see, I have many a box. One thing I'm really trying to do with regards to all the boxes as well is label them as best as possible, label what room they're going to be going in and label exactly what is inside of them, because I do remember when we moved into this house, that was something I found so stressful. Whenever you were trying to like find plates, you were trying to find cutlery, you couldn't remember which box you'd put them in, and you think to yourself, oh, I remember it's that box. When you're actually packing up, the second you move, all the boxes get moved about. Like, you have no idea what's inside of what. So I've been trying to like make lists and literally stick that on the outside of the box so I know exactly what is in there. So it's time to say goodbye to the shelves. It's time to cue another packing time lapse as we pack up our office. come back over to the house this morning because the decoration has begun. You can see there is many a tarpaulin down around me and all of the decorators' gear there, and they have got to work. I can't believe how quickly things are progressing. I think all of the ceilings are done and they've already started on some of the walls. This wall behind me is the chimney breast, which we would love to put like a log fire in there, get a beautiful like burner, whether that's a wood stove or whether that's a open fire or something like that. I think would be absolutely amazing. This was like a really, really dark color before, so they have already gotten to work with that, and it's just amazing seeing how much the house is progressing already and how quickly they've been able to paint so much of it. So it's really exciting to see. I realized in all of the excitement the other day from getting the keys, I didn't actually show you this. It's a little gift box from our estate agents, just to basically say congratulations on the move and a few things to help us move in, which I think is the loveliest thing. I think most estate agents do this now, and it's so sweet. So we've got a bottle of Tresemme conditioner. I don't see any shampoo though, which is quite funny. To do conditioner and not shampoo, that's actually hilarious. But that's lovely. This is smelling incredible, this box. I think it's this. A Radox lavender scent bath bomb. Ooh, that actually smells incredible. It's very lavendery, which is lovely. We've got some multivitamins, which I'm a big multivitamin taker, so that is lovely. The Bassett's vitamins. Do you know what? I used to take these as a kid. Actually, I remember taking them every morning with breakfast, so I feel like the taste of that is going to bring back so many memories. Some chocolate, Tony's Chocolonely little bits. Oh, that looks delicious. Oh, can you hear that? I'm literally salivating looking at that. Oh my gosh, amazing. We then also have some white chocolate macadamia nuts. Ooh, energy bars. I think Alex will love those. Lucky Saint. I've never tried Lucky Saint. I feel like I recognise the name of it though. Oh, it's lager. Okay, another one for Alex. We then have toilet blocks. I mean, very practical to send, and then I think just some like vouchers and stuff. So yeah, I realised I forgot to show you this the other day. The excitement of getting the keys, but how sweet is that just to have given it a little gift basket from the estate agents for the move. I know that I said that I wasn't going to give you any more sneaky peekies, but I just have to show you the beautiful light in our bedroom. The master bedroom in this house is huge. We are so excited, and I'm really excited to see the wallpaper is gone. This is what was behind the wallpaper. A little bit of purple and a little bit of this weird, it's kind of like a pinky biscuity color. Very interesting, but will definitely be going, as will this lampshade that seems to be kind of hanging by a string. Funny chandelier. We will definitely be looking at to replace that, but look at the light that is shining in this room. So this will be our master bedroom with ensuite in the corner as well, which is lovely. Again, you can hear that it's super echoey because we need carpets put down. The decorators are hard at work. I'm so glad that they've already stripped off the wallpaper, and I can't wait to see our paint colour, Natural Hessian, going down, which I think will just be such a beautiful, like, not quite white, not quite beige, just lovely like warm tone on all of the walls. I especially love how it looks when you've got like the white skirting next to it as well, so I think it's going to look absolutely amazing. But yeah, this is going to be our bedroom. So I've just been out in the garden because I wanted to familiarise myself with what is here, because I know I mentioned before it's quite an established garden. There's some really beautiful plants. You can hear a pigeon cooing away in the tree, and there are some beautiful foliage that the previous owners clearly put in. I'm so excited for this beautiful bush. I'm not entirely sure what flower that is, so if anybody knows, please help a girl out, because you guys are so amazing whenever it comes to gardening and flower knowledge. But it looks like it is just about to come into bloom just in time for when we move, which just makes me so happy. I feel like we're moving at the perfect time just to see the garden coming into bloom and spending a year basically getting to know it and getting to learn what is already in here. They're not looking the healthiest, but we've got some little snowdrops here, which I just think is so lovely. I love seeing snowdrops because they're always one of the first flowers to come out, just add a beautiful bit of colour. And it looks like we have some hydrangeas here, which I'll be so interested to see what colour these are in the summer, which they didn't cut back, which is absolutely fine because it looks like we have some new buds growing. So once we move in, I might be able to give them a bit of a trim just to give them a bit more of a kind of chance when it comes to like blooming this summer. But I can't wait to see these come into bloom. and the most beautiful climbing trellis with something else growing up it, which I have no clue what this is, but I kind of love that I don't know, because it just means that I have the opportunity to learn. I've got the opportunity to plant my own things, see what works in the garden, see what they've been planting up until this point. So I can't wait to see what you are. Looks like it might be some kind of flower. I can see a little old flower head there, but yeah, it's climbed beautifully up this trellis. Well, this is looking a little bit different to how it usually does when we sit down and have our chats. It is looking rather stark. In fact, the entire house is looking rather stark now. It's looking so empty. The shelves completely emptied. All the prints have come off of the walls. And the countdown is on. T-minus 24 hours until the movers get here, and oh my goodness me, I could not be more excited. I have loved giving you a few little sneaky peekies into the house this vlog, but let me tell you the difference in how it looks from literally the start of this video to now. It's unmatched. It is unmatched. Just the lick of paint, the new carpets has given it a new lease of life, and I am so excited for the movers to arrive tomorrow and for us to start our new life in our new home. I'm just giving myself just a little minute. I thought I'd have a cup of coffee and we can have a little bit of a chat before the madness starts, basically, and before the kind of final moving vlog. Really, it has been a journey leading up until this point. It's been not very long, but at the same time, because it's been jam-packed, I feel like it's been months. Like, I've been moving for months when I actually haven't. It's taken 2 weeks, but at the same time, it feels like 2 months. It has been absolute madness. And this week, with regards to the decoration, with regards to doing up the house, it's felt like a lifetime, because I've just been so desperate to get into our new home. So just you wait until you see it. And what I thought we could do is have a little bit of a chat, because I know I've given you a little bit of information about like when we first viewed the house, about like the house buying process, albeit with very limited knowledge about the house buying process in the UK in general. First homeowner, didn't really know what I was doing, but there was one thing that we did in order to manifest this house that I feel like was really unconventional, and I thought it might be worth mentioning, talking about, because if you're in a similar situation, if you are looking at moving house, if you're looking at buying and selling, I feel like this might help you. One thing that I will say when it comes to the house buying process here in the UK particularly is that it is so impersonal. Bearing in mind, it is like the most personal thing you could ever do. It's literally about uprooting your life, like moving into a new home, like your surrounding, your brick and mortar that you have around you. It can be so impersonal. Like when it comes to selling a house, you apparently get like no information about the buyers. Whenever someone puts in an offer, the most the estate agent might tell you is like, oh, it's a couple in their 20s. Like that's pretty much all you'll get. And I feel like selling your home is such an emotional thing to go through. And one thing that Alex and I found really funny with regards to our house buying kind of like process is the one thing that people told us was actually the hardest when it came to house buying was choosing the house, like finding the right house for you. So many people I know spent months looking. They were like, oh, it took us 6 months, it took us a year to find the perfect home. We actually hadn't been looking that long, and it really surprised us how quickly we fell in love with a house. This was actually the 5th or 6th house we went to go view, and it then sent us on a bit of a spiral, like why we found this house so quickly. But the second we walked, I'm very much like an instinct kind of a person. I'm very much like a gut feeling kind of a person. And the second we walked into that house, I was like, this is our home. This will be our home. A lot of the houses we were like, oh, it's lovely, but like, we didn't walk away from this thinking any like, but there was nothing that we would have to like compromise on. It was just beautiful, and it felt like home. I feel like when it comes to selling a house, it can be really difficult to kind of like choose your buyers, because as much as it is about like the offer, as much as it is very much like buying and selling, I do feel like knowing who is going to be the next buyer is like knowing who's going to be the next custodian of this house. Essentially, you have been the custodian of this house. You've made it your home, but you've been the custodian looking after it for the last 5, 10, 15, however many years. And actually choosing your buyer is almost like choosing the next custodian of the house, the next people that are going to look after it, live in it, and make it their home. And it was something that a friend of mine did, Luke Catlew. If you're enjoying the moving vlogs, go on over and check out Luke's vlogs, because he recently moved and he did something really unique that I sent him a message about, which is to send the seller a letter. Essentially, when putting in your offer, as I said, you get told nothing. It is almost like giving them a cover letter about you as a person, about you as a couple, about why you want to buy the house, and essentially selling yourselves to the seller is basically what we did. So we actually sat down one evening when we were putting in the offer and sent over to the estate agent a letter to the seller along with a couple of photos of us as well. I included our engagement photo, and I also just included like a couple of photos of us to show them who we are, like what we're wanting to do with the house, the kind of like future journey that we're wanting to take with this house, and basically wrote a letter all about who is Alex and Ellie and how much we adore the house, how much we want to look after the house, and how we really do want to be the next custodians of it. And apparently it made them cry, which I was not intending, but I think that was what swayed the sellers, because we were aware that other offers had been put on this house which had been rejected, and it was something that I said to Alex, I feel like we need to manifest this house. How can we go about manifesting it? How can we go about making sure that like we are the ones that they choose? And I feel like writing that letter to the sellers is what cinched the deal for us. Basically, it's what sealed the deal and basically made them choose us as the next people to take on that house, to take on that home, and to be the next custodians of the new house for us, which is really, really exciting. And I feel like it's something that is becoming a bit more common, but a lot of people don't think of, a lot of people don't know that it's like a good idea. And as I said, I just wanted to like sit down and chat about it, because I feel like it is literally what got us this house. I feel like without that letter, we would have just been another offer that was rejected and moved on from. And I do feel like, as I said, it's so hard to move away from a home that you've lived in for so long, that you have made your home for over a decade, that you've been the custodian of, and to kind of like pass the baton on to someone else, I think must be so difficult. So to kind of make that journey easier for the sellers was something that I really, really wanted to do. And I also think that's why they've been so lovely, like leaving a bottle of Prosecco. They obviously know our names now, and the fact that they left us those little keychains, I think was just the sweetest thing. So I feel like we've got such a good relationship with the sellers of our home, which can only be a good thing. And we've already met the neighbours. They seem so lovely, and I just can't wait to get in and make it our home. But yeah, if you are in the house buying process, I would definitely recommend sending a letter with your offer, just to introduce the seller to yourselves, make them aware of who you are. And I feel like making it a bit more personal means you're less likely to get gazumped, you're less likely to get like denied your kind of like offer that you put in. And I just feel like it makes it a little bit more human. Like buying a house has become so inhuman. I think it's just a nice way to like inject a bit of humanity back into it. So yeah, as I said, the countdown is on. T-minus 24 hours until the movers arrive, and I cannot wait. So I'm going to leave this vlog here, a little sneaky peeky of the new house, a first look of the new house. As of tomorrow, we will be officially in. So of course I will be filming the moving vlogs. We've got movers arriving, and I'm so grateful for them, because we used them in our last move and they were absolutely amazing. So hopefully it shouldn't take us too long to get everything moved and settled in. So if you haven't hit the subscribe button already, make sure to hit it now, because you are not going to want to miss the moving vlogs. And remember, from here on out, it will be Mondays and Thursdays. This is the last Tuesday video we will be doing. So make sure to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss a single Monday, Thursday upload at 5 p.m. And I will see you tomorrow for the big move. Bye.